On this last weekend of early voting, community organizers in East Buffalo are out encouraging more people to go to the polls. Early voter turnout in Erie County has been high so far, but with several key elections in the city, groups like Voice Buffalo want to ensure that that's true across all groups. Channel 2's Rob Hackford is live outside St. Columba Bridget Church with more on their effort. Rob.
Yeah, Claudine, it's kind of fitting that we picked a church for this story, considering it's also a voting location, and the name of this push happening across Buffalo and all weekend long is called Souls to the Polls. These groups are encouraging anyone with a soul, and hopefully that's everyone, to head out and early vote. Now, this is something we've seen in Buffalo before, but the crew from Voice Buffalo and other groups, as I mentioned, are hyper-focused this election on getting higher turnout across the city, and especially among black voters. They were at the Delavan Grider Community Center today in East Buffalo with prizes, raffles, and music, trying to make the voter experience more inviting, but want their message about getting to the polls heard everywhere. Ballots in Buffalo are pretty full this year, with a few city court judges up for election. Democrat Brian Higgins is facing a challenge for his congressional seat from Republican Stephen Sams. Both of Buffalo's state senators are up for election this year as well. Sean Ryan will face current state senator Ed Rath because of the redistricting process, and Tim Kennedy will face Faye Petrick. And there are more.
This started in the black church. It's just a day to celebrate that right that has been fought so hard for. So this is not only here in Buffalo, but this is across the nation to get folks a little motivated to actually hit the polls and feel joyous in doing that.
I think that once young people understand politics and government in general, it makes them more interested in coming to vote.
And speaking of young people, there are 6 seats on the Buffalo Board of Education up for grabs this election, which is different than previous years and may come as a surprise to some folks. The polls here at St. Columba Bridget Church did close about an hour ago, but we did just get the results for early voting from the Erie County Board of Elections. Just checking that number now, 7,145 people voted early on this second to last day of early voting, with plenty more across the western New York area as well. Polls will be back open for the final day tomorrow from 9 until 5 p.m. Otherwise, you will have to wait for Election Day. Claudine?